referred to as the Hetzer. With international tensions rising in Europe, in 1937 the Czech army began a search for a new modern tank. After exhaustive testing, the Czechs adopted the LTV Z38. It had riveted armor with a maximum thickness of 25 mm and a minimum of 10 mm, which was comparable to similar tanks of the era. A four-man crew included the driver, bow gunner, and commander. The main gun was a Skoda A7 37mm cannon, equivalent in performance to the Germans' own 37mm or the British 2-pounder. A Praga inline 6-cylinder gasoline engine gave the LTV Z38 a top speed of 26 miles per hour and a range of 125 miles. All around, it could outperform or was at least comparable to any tank in the German army with the exception of the PZK-PFW 4 with a short-barreled 75mm gun, but this tank was available only in small numbers. The Jagdpanzer 38 retained the Praga AC/2800 water-cooled inline, 6-cylinder engine, the 150 to 160 horsepower transferred through a semi-automatic 5-speed Praga transmission and Wilson clutch and steering brakes to the final drive. The new hull was designed with armor protection and not crew comfort in mind. The frontal armor was of rolled steel plates interlocked and welded, 60 mm thick with the top sloped at a 60-degree angle and the lower plate sloped at 40 degrees. One German after-action report by battalion commander of a Hetzer unit noted the effectiveness of this armor. The frontal armor resists penetration by the Russian 7.62 cm anti-tank guns. Up to now, losses have only occurred due to penetration of the sides and rear. It is therefore especially important to only present the strong front to the enemy. It was a low, compact armored vehicle, the hull 15 feet, 9 inches long, just over 8 feet wide, and less than 7 feet tall, hardly higher than a standing man. Main armament was the reliable and powerful 75mm L48 Pak 39, with a secondary armament of a top-mounted 7.92mm machine gun. Small, low and easy to hide, fairly nimble, and with a powerful gun, the Hetzer made an excellent tank destroyer. The same colonel quoted above said, the Leicht Panzerjäger 38 had passed its test and fire. In a short period, one company destroyed 20 tanks without a single loss. A task group destroyed 57 tanks, of which 2 were JS-122s at a range of 800 meters. A German army after-action report from the Eastern Front detailed what Hetzers with good crews could do, even against the Soviet giants. The 3rd Company with 4 Jagdpanzer 38s was in a firefight with a JS-122 at a range of 1,200 meters. The Russian heavy tank fired 10 rounds at the commander's Jagdpanzer that had taken up a good position on a reverse slope. All 10 rounds came directly at the Jagdpanzer but always landed 100 meters too short. Even after the end of the war in Europe, some Hetzers were manufactured from existing stocks and production facilities in Czechoslovakia. The Czechs built 180 for their own military forces, mostly used for training, and Switzerland ordered 158 export models of the Hetzer, which were given the Swiss Army nomenclature G13. Why, one would ask, with all the Hetzer's little problems, would a post-war nation want them? The Swiss military system and doctrine was defensive in nature. When needed, the Swiss could mobilize some 500,000 troops. Every soldier, after